It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline bling.
It can only mean one thing. When you join us on a Wednesday morning, we've got these two lovely ladies next to me, Jenny Morris and Al Portfeiter for the Culinary Hotline bling. That time of the week where we answer all of your burning foodie questions. So keep them coming to us. Give us a call on 021 430 9881. Ladies, good morning.
And good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Is it a happy Wednesday?
It is, very much so. The
Yeah.
music's been fantastic.
It's true.
We've been dancing.
We danced.
Danced up
Yeah.
a storm.
I'm happy.
We kept it off social media for a reason. But let's get on to the questions that you've asked. One coming in from Vanessa, all the way, who called us from East London. And she wants to make a barley soup. And so hopefully we can help her with a good recipe for a barley soup. What do we have?
Barley.
A grain.
Yeah, it's a great grain, and they make whiskey and beer from this. But you can make soup from it as well. and risotto.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's very, very multi-purpose.
Yeah. Jenny, how do you make your soup?
You know what? I think any good soup starts with
Look at that.
a base.
Yes.
So you need, I always, the mirepoix, you know,
Yeah,
the celery, the carrot, and the
Onion.
onions. I
Yeah.
put leeks as well. And a good bone stock.
Yeah. And then you add the barley to soak up all those beautiful flavors.
Yes.
And it's a very nutty, nutritious product. And if you don't have it, it's like wheat as well. It's similar to wheat. It's
Okay.
a grain. And it's also nutty like brown rice. It proven
Yes,
brown
exactly.
rice.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's delicious.
In fact, the kernels, they do pop up nice and big.
They
Yes.
swell
Like this,
beautifully.
they swell up nice and big, so
And
great
they,
idea.
They call this pearl barley because they polish it, because that's what they call it, is pearl barley.
Sure.
They polish it so it's got like a pearly.
Is it more expensive because they spend time polishing? I mean, how long does it take to polish that
12
many
rand
grains?
for a 500 gram
Gram
pack.
packet,
Really.
yeah.
Right. That's all
And
right.
you make a huge amount of soup with that.
Yeah,
That's like
okay.
almost
Good for
4
the
times
winter
its size.
All right, so thank you. There we go. Nice and easy recipe. Try it out at home, Vanessa, and let us know how it works out for you. Another question coming in from Sibongi Lindlela, wanting to know what's the best way to prepare pilchards. She wants to cook them. She says they smell absolutely awful. Not awesome, but awful.
You know what? They're not Valentine food. Put it that way.
Not unless if you want to test your relationship.
My husband hates fish.
Really? Yeah.
And when I open a tin of fish, it's reguit uit die huis uit. It's just gone. So if I want to get rid of him, I open a tin of pilchards.
Okay, all
But
right.
I love it. I love
For me,
them.
they have good memories.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger and like you'd have them on bread and something like that. It was good times.
Love it. Love
Do
it.
you know what? I cooked for Thabo and Becky and Al Gore.
Get out.
I did
Yeah.
so.
Wow, okay.
Yes. And you know what I gave them? A fish cakey.
Ah.
A fish cakey.
Yeah, my
Seriously.
pilchards.
Yeah. And they loved it. And I know
Yeah.
you make those gorgeous...
balls. So
Yes.
you take the same fish cake recipe and you just fry them in balls and you serve them like with a sweet chili sauce on
That's
the
it.
side and add some chilies and
Yes.
ginger and garlic and it's divine.
Okay, so make fish cakes out
Yes,
of them.
and I make like on a toast, and then I mix in the what's that white cheese? Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Lots of chili, lots of coriander, spring
Yes.
onions, da. Put these things on the bottom because you must eat even. They're full of calcium, the bone.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
you,
yes,
you
yes.
need to eat the bone, and then I put that on top and just bubble it under the grill, and they're nature's birth control.
Nature's
Seriously,
birth control.
yes,
Wow, I was
yes.
not seeing that coming.
Well, definitely that's why I don't have children.
We're going to take a call from Vincent just now, but just as a last comment, I want to know, what did former President Thabo Mbeki say when you presented these fish cakes?
And
Serious?
I watched them. I was at Tanehurst, watched them from behind the screen.
Yes.
Because I had my chef jacket on. Had I been dressed, I would have gone forward. And it was a South African meal. I grew up with pilchards.
My word.
With my nan.
Yeah, we
you
all
know,
did,
so
yeah.
And as he took them in his hand, those fish cakes, he was
No,
like,
with a knife and fork.
I'm an African. I am the child of this. Okay, that's where
I'm
it comes
serious.
from.
And
The
Ukens
inspiration.
and all of that. Did all South African things.
Let's take a
It was
call,
good.
shall we?
Yeah.
Vincent is on the line. A very good morning, Vincent.
Hi, Kat, Nell, and Jenny.
Ah, great to have you on the line. Great to have you on the line. What's your culinary conundrum this morning?
The question, Jenny, this is on behalf of a mutual friend, John Bernadelle. He wants to know how to make the stickiest, gooey toffee for toffee apple.
How to make the sticky, gooey toffee for toffee apple.
Yeah.
Water.
And
Is that the
sugar.
question?
Yeah.
All right, so here, listen up. This is for you, Vincent. So the easiest way to make it.
Yeah, the toffee apple, that gooey stuff is sugar that's melted with it, but it's melted to that crackling stage. Jy weet die hulle noem dit in Afrikaans, dit gaan die hardball stadium, die hardebal stadium.
Hardebal stadium.
So when you pour your sugar into cold water, it forms like a harde balletjie, a hard ball.
Yes.
Then you know it's ready, and then you can dip your toffee apples in it.
A few times.
And then food coloring, want die toffee apple moet rooi of groen of iets wees.
That's
Like food
it.
coloring, you know?
Exactly.
So it's sugar and food coloring.
By the way, interesting side note question. Now that we're talking about toffee apple, are there other things that also need to be in Hardebal stadium when you're cooking? Yes? What, like what?
Fudge needs to be in
Fudge.
sachtebal
Sachtebal when you're fudging and
Hardebal when you're apple.
when you're
Exactly, and
apple.
coconut ice is also a little bit sachtebal in there.
All right, we're going to keep the lines open. 0214309881. We'll be back again with the culinary hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. Out of the bowl.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary Hotline Bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Thanks for joining us back again this Wednesday morning with the culinary hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. Jenny Morris and Anel Potkatel ready to answer your burning foodie questions. We're asking you, what kind of dish do you love but just don't know how to make? And we've been discussing all manner of things from hard ball to soft ball and crack state. We are solving the world's culinary conundrums one question at a time, I tell you. Ladies, a question came in from Jasmine.
Yes.
Jasmine Mutlu on Facebook, who said, I want to bake and I want to add chocolate frosting. That would be, can you help me make chocolate frosting? Thank you.
You can frost and I can ganache.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I love cream cheese frosting because I love that sourness that balances out the sweets. You know? And I can it sometimes met die vinger eat. It's just like, oh. So it's cream cheese with icing sugar that you sift in and then add a bit of vanilla and just, but it needs to be puffy and light and dan op I cook.
It's divine. Now, I'm lazy, so I just like to take cream and chocolate, melt it, and beat the hell out of it.
Yes,
and then just make this beautiful ganache that you pour onto the cake and just oozes down the sides.
And it has a glossy finish at the end. doesn't it?
Beautiful. I put a little bit of butter at the end.
And it drips down the side.
Darling, it oozes over the top.
And the easy way that I make it is I heat up my cream.
Yes?
And then I just break my chocolate in the bowl. Dan gooi ek dit net bo en let it sit for about a minute.
Yes.
And then you stir it and then it's ganache totdat hy op.
Do you go all the way? Because I'm assuming if you start stirring a little bit, then kind of the dark chocolate spots will swirl into that creaminess. So then if you leave it that way, it can leave some interesting patterns on your
No, you have to mix it in. You
And in
have
the
to
beginning,
mix
it's
it in.
going to look that it's not mixing. Maar jy moet net aanhou en aanhou en aanhou and it's fantastic.
But if you want the little white bit, you could put a little bit of white chocolate, melted white chocolate, swirl
There
it
we
through.
go. Okay. Another question came in from Fatima Karodia, who asked how to make lemon curd.
Jen?
A lemon curd or lemon meringue?
Which lemon would you like to make?
Well, I'd like. Well, the curd is lovely because once again, it's lemons, beautiful lemons, but they've got to be yellow.
Yes.
Not green, not green.
No, they'll be bitter.
Okay. That's what it
Yes.
is.
Lovely egg yolks.
Yeah, I use maizena and
Yes.
stuff, and then you heat it up, and then you add butter through it,
Exactly.
and then you get a lemon curd. But what about lemon meringue?
Yes, how about that?
Lemon meringue's fantastic, but there's a couple of things we were just discussing how to make sure that it doesn't weep.
That it doesn't?
Weep.
Weep.
Yes.
Meaning?
Means it gets all wet on the plate.
Oh, and then it goes, meh. Okay, all right.
Once again, it's maizena in both things because you use maizena in or corn flour in your lemon meringue pie to actually set it.
And stable.
Okay.
But the big thing is, it will go runny the content if you overcook
Yes.
the maizena. The corn flour must just get hot and must get thick and bind, and then you must leave it.
Yeah.
And
you
then
mustn't overcook it because
that's
then
it.
it just breaks the starches down.
Okay.
Then the meringue itself, don't overbeat it. And of course, you put a bit of cream of tartar in, which gives it a bit of structure and keeps it shape.
All right, so
Stabilizes
that's the
it.
idea to have the stabilizing
Yes.
element
Yeah.
in there so that it
Yes.
doesn't weep like you say and then
Yes.
result it's wet on the plate and then
Yes.
soggy bottoms, and we don't like
Yes.
soggy bottoms.
And both ingredients, if you overbake them, will start weeping.
Baking is such a science. That's why I never take it. It's so much stress.
You
It's
know,
so much.
people see a lemon meringue and they think it's easy. It's
Yeah.
really, really technical. It's a technical dish. So make it a few times and don't, till it's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't turn out, it becomes a trifle.
Now that I'm working on my baking a little bit, okay, let's first take a call. Shirley from Bloemfontein. Good morning, Shirley.
Morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thanks for the call on the culinary hotline, pling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yes.
All right, so Shirley, did you listen? Did you get your answer?
I didn't get my answer.
Okay, you can ask the question all over again. I'll ask the question so that we understand it properly. All right,
No.
Shirley. Yes? Okay, I think we might be having a little bit of delay on the line, but Shirley's question was about the lemon meringue always becoming watery, and the answer was that we need a stabilizing element.
And Anel answered it by talking about
The maizena, that she
maizena.
mustn't overcook the maizena.
Yes.
Yeah. But perhaps I also think she's talking about sometimes in the lemon meringue, just before the meringue hits the yellow or the egg base, there's a watery base there.
Okay.
And how to prevent that is to cool when you make your meringue, is to pre-bake your base. Put your filling in and put it in the fridge and cool it. Then you put your meringue over it and then you bake it. Otherwise, you're going to have a watery layer in there because of the steam.
A wet bottom.
All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Shirley. When we close it off right now, we've talked about hard the ball state, about soft ball state with fudge. What about crack state? When do you want to be in crack state?
Well, that's when it just goes knup when you bite into it.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we'll investigate that in the next adventures of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting.